Hi, my name is Ella King and I will be demonstrating my D4 programming task. I'm just going to begin by showing that I have initialized this whole array, but this is just for demonstration purposes and will not be in my final code. This program is used to help coaches assign positions to players based on their strengths on court and displays all this information. My first feature of this program is that you can add a player. As demonstrated here, team is already at the max capacity because I have initialized it all. So to be able to add a player, we can use another feature that I've got, which is removing a player. This allows you to search for a player and then shows the matches to your search. Then you enter the player to remove, and that will remove them from the array. We'll then go through and add a player to show you this feature. You enter their first and second name, and then you select the area for player that is their strength on the court, we'll say mid-court. The main feature of this program is the assign quarter feature. It allows you to select a quarter to edit and then asks you if you want to assign your player or position first. So if you were to assign the player first, it asks you for the player and then allows you to select a position for them, and it'll loop through everyone as I'm about to demonstrate. Say if we were to assign Alice, it also shows her suggested positions based on what was implemented up here with this section. So Alice's demonstrates that she is an attacker, so we will put her in there. We'll loop through a few of the others. Yeah. Another feature is it demonstrates and gives you a suggestion if you've selected the wrong position. For example, this player has these selections, but if I were to select something that is outside of their range, it tells me that it's not a suggestion and asks me to confirm it. If we say no, then it takes me back to this page and I can assign a different position. But then if we were to say, assign them a position that is not requested and say yes, it will just put them in there and let you move on to the next player. And we'll confirm that as well. The other option for when assigning, first of all, I'll show you that if a quarter has already been assigned, it does not allow you to reassign it. So we'll go here. The other option when assigning is to assign the position first, which will give you the list of positions and then allow you to select a player for that position. Like with the player first, it gives you the suggestions for who should play in this area. If you've done one that it suggests, then it will validate that for you and add it straight in. Also show you the out of bounds checking, where it just asks you to enter a number if you've entered something that is no longer a suggestion. Also, as you can see, as this has run through, it is removing all of the positions and players that have already been assigned, so you are only selecting from what is available. We'll say this. We'll also demonstrate that it's the same feature where if you select a player that is not an option, which here is Grace, it asks you to validate it. So we'll select. Yep. We'll go here, and furthermore I'll show you that it does the same thing and you can override it and make that selection if that is what you wish. And say here we will add Grace. You can also then print the positions and it will give you a list of where everyone is for each quarter. As you can see here with the quarter 1 information, it prints the name and their position for that quarter. And as you can see here with David and Hannah, it has assigned off to players that have not been assigned a position for that quarter. Same as with here. And then another feature is that it prints this table where you can see all the players and their positions for that game. For the quarters that have not been assigned, all it prints is not applicable for that quarter for all the players, and then as you assign it, they will turn into positions like quarter 1 and quarter 2 here. Finally, I'll show you the GUI feature, which prints the court image and allows you to see where the players will be positioned on that court for the quarter. So here's the netball court, and you hover over each quarter to demonstrate the positions. As you can see here, We've got all the players on the court, sorry. And you can see where they would begin in, and you can see down in the bottom left corner that the off players have also been assigned. And here is the quarter 2, and as quarter 3 and quarter 4 have not been assigned, they do not give us the option. And then if we close that, we'll demonstrate that the program, when you select 6, just quits on its own. Thank you for listening and watching this demonstration.